Oh, we're on. Whoa. That was
Hey,
on. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Fauna Radio.
uh,
Uh, I don't know if we have any commenters or not. We got two live
uh,
already. So,
yeah, so that's good.
yeah. Well,
Tanisha, how are you? Tanisha's always number one. That's because Tanisha's on the ball. Tanisha's very good. How are you doing, Tanisha? How is things going? Um, how are you doing, Gary?
tired. Tired.
Tired? Mhm.
Back-to-back shows. CMC Reptiles. How you doing?
You know what,
Um,
Ed? Maybe we'll get you on in a week or two here.
yeah,
Ed with the liners.
let's do it. Mr. Crawlings. I'm number
All right.
2. I like it. And look at this. CMC number 10. Look at they're gonna go
You guys gonna
Leonardo's here.
fight it out, guys. Fight it
Oh,
out.
watch
Season number
this.
2.
Leonardo, I think you need some more blood. He got
Go to
more
the
blood
show.
off me. He got more blood off me.
Oh, did he? Did he? Did he?
Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
I don't have very much extra I'm taking to this show because it's only a week out. So it's basically the same stuff except for a few other things. Upset with my boyfriend. I'm over at Stevie's house watching a movie. Bonus.
You let Stevie tell Stevie I said hello. Yeah, no. I have to apologize to everybody. I woke up this morning with a slight cold, so if I don't sound my normal self, that's why.
I rarely get sick. I don't know.
It's kind of come out of left field, out of nowhere for some reason. But then Emma was sick all last week with a cold, and she's much better now. So I'm sure that's where it came from.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm just tired. I just need to. What is this? What is that? Oh, there. Oh, I see. I'm looking at cords.
There you go.
Let's see. It says, I get it now. The blood stuff, I get it. I've been looking at the one I got. I've been like, yeah, I see what everyone else sees now. Yeah. The thing about blood that I like the most is it's a deep orange. It's not like that bright, vibrant orange. It's like a deep, I don't know, a blood. It's just that deep orange. I am taking a tangerine bell that come out of a line that I don't need, so I'm taking that. I haven't released those. I haven't been at shows yet.
Well, I don't have rum. Oh yes, I do. I have Kraken. It's called Kraken rum. But I know honey and whiskey or honey, anything like that works pretty good. Yeah.
I usually don't drink. My vice
I
is
never
this.
drink either.
My vice is Pepsi. Where's Pepsi? Did I say Pepsi?
That's mine is coffee or bottled water.
I do that too. So here's a mug from Georgetown, Colorado when we were at Georgetown. Then I got, everyone's going to be like, oh my God, Gary went there. Yeah, I got a mug from SeaWorld. My wife's never been to SeaWorld, so she wanted to go. And so we took her when we were out in San Diego. And then she seen what I was telling her about it. She was like, whoa, wait. I'm like, exactly.
That's why we don't like going here, but that's okay. If she wanted to go see it, you take the right to see it.
Yeah, and now this year, or maybe next year, we'll take her. I'm going to take her to Washington. So, and Leonardo, I don't have blood bells yet. My bloodline is, Tremper. But I am working on the same look with the tangerines I have of radars and bells. But I don't have blood bells yet because my line, I can't get Tremper out of it. I just can't do it. It won't happen.
Now, when you say, I didn't mean to change the subject real quick, but when you say you're going to Washington, you mean the state of Washington?
Yeah, state of Washington. They have, I can't think of the island, but they got cruises that take you out whale watching.
Oh, well, yeah. If you do that,
zip on by.
You can zip right by. You drive right past my house, I'm sure.
Yeah. Well, what I was planning on doing is planning it with you. I'll go see you. I got to stop by and see Terry. I'll go see him. And then we'll go through Montana, Billings, Montana, and then hit on the west of Billings, Montana, are the reservations. And I want to take my wife to the Indians reservations where they sell their blankets and stuff like that. Yeah. Because she really liked it in Colorado and Utah. Utah has a lot of that. And so I want to take her there, and then we'll go through Washington. I want to get out in the woods a little bit, maybe find Bigfoot.
That would be cool.
Yeah, so I want to go soar the whales out in wild. Yeah, I just want to travel, but I got to decide what shows to hit. I got to up production.
Yeah.
People laugh at me, but I got to up production from what I already got.
There ain't nothing wrong with that, though. Nothing at all.
Because I move roughly 25 to 75 on average geckos a show. Matters on the show. So if I do 10 shows a year, that's 1,000 gecko, or well, let's say 700 geckos. And then if I up it to 25 to 30, I'm going to need to do 2,200 geckos. And then I got to get my wholesale geckos yet. I do have some wholesalers that pick up at shows, but not many. I think I got like 4.
Yeah.
No. Which he didn't take any this last time. He didn't take any geckos. He had other geckos. I was a little upset. He had other geckos. My son, let's see. My son named that retired female. Oh, we bought for you. Yes. What do you name it?
That's what I was just going to ask. What do you name it?
And the book is upstairs. Mr. Crawling's actually writes books, children's books.
Oh,
yes, and I got a signed copy that is upstairs right now above our Tegu cage, and it's actually really good illustrations. Lemon, I love it. That's a good name. That actually reminds me of something. I chat with some friends. We got a group chat thing that goes up, and they know how I feel about lemon frost. And I said, what if I breed a high yellow again, but it's really intense yellow? It's really, really intense yellow and a yellowtail, and I name it, like heated lemon. Heated is to go against lemon frost.
Yeah, heated lemon. That's kind of funny, but could you think you could make something that's really bright yellow? Super, super bright yellow? That's the only way to find out.
I mean, I could breed towards it. It would probably take a few generations, if not more, because I think it's already been tried. I mean, high yellows and stuff. Orange plays off it a little bit better. That orange, it's easier to get a nice vibrant orange than is a yellow.
Yeah,
everything's been it's been a weird week because we just got done with Show Me.
Yeah.
And I got back, and my animals usually have time to just chill. And this time they went back went back in. They got fed on Monday, and they're not used to that. And now they're getting packed up tonight.
Yep, getting ready to go out again.
Yep, they're getting packed up tonight. I leave tomorrow for the show, and the show's Sunday. Everyone's gonna be like, "That's 2 days." They're fine.
Yeah, well, that's no different than shipping them. Sometimes I've seen them get lost in shipment for a week and still be fine.
When I lost Memphis, we lost Memphis. A good friend of mine, John said that. Yeah, John said that happened to him. And it was like he kind of got the refund or something like that. He got the money back. Then the animals just showed up and they were fine.
Yeah, and it's amazing how they can come up through that fine. There's a question. What do they?
JMG hyperxanthic. Hyperxanthic is yellow and black. JMG was going for that look, but I'm saying like a super hypo, all yellow and yellowtail, because Jeff Senior would always talk about, instead of carrot tail, he would want a yellowtail, and we were joking like banana tail and all this other stuff.
Thought you had hair last time he saw you.
You probably did. I shave. I'm balding, but I shave my head. I shave.
I usually shave mine too.
Yeah. So if you guys see me in lives, I didn't shave today. But I shave my head. Especially during the summer, you'll see me shave it more because I'm in a gecko room. That's why I'm wearing just a tank top right now. My gecko room's 82 degrees and it just gets hot. It's just crazy.
So I'm going to ask you a couple questions, Gary, if you don't mind.
What's up?
Now, do you keep fat-tailed geckos? Do you breed fat-tailed geckos at all?
I have them, but I don't have any eggs or anything from them yet.
Is there any way to get them so they don't need to have crickets or dubia roaches when they get bigger, that they can live off of mealworms? Because I've heard a lot of people say they can never get them to eat mealworms once they turn to adults. They always want that movement.
I have not. I talked to Barry Gardner. He's probably to me, he's the top fat tail person out there. So I messaged him and I said, "Hey, dude, you know I hate crickets. You know I hate them, right?" And he goes, "Yeah, yeah.
Uh-huh.
I want to do fat tails." He says, "You'll have no problem with fat tails eating mealworms until they hit a year old. Then they want nothing to do with mealworms again." And he's right. I get crickets, and they take dubias though. So dubias do work. And I wish that they would. I just wish they would take mealworms. I have one. I have a male that takes dubias or mealworms, but the others don't do it.
I just I just started my colony of dubia roaches, so it'll take a while before I'm really going with it.
And this person got the beautiful Eclipse 66% het tremper off me. A lot of my tremper line, especially in the pure trempers, I breed for white heads, and I do that in bell line a lot. I really look for white heads, and since I got that in my mind, I do the same thing in tremper. So you might pop out some really cool white heads, really pied out animals. I don't like calling them pied because they're not pied. There's just the Eclipse thing. But yeah, I had another person that bought. I forget where he's at. He's with Brown Exotics, and he hashed out some really cool whitehead ones for me from the animals I sent him. Eclipse and whiteheads.
So now with dwarf, I'm going to jump around a little bit here if you don't mind.
We can jump around.
With white dwarf, with the dwarf white isopods,
they're fun.
Well, I got that culture from what's the name, and I swear they've already multiplied in there.
Everything from Wally breeds. You get some from Wally. I think he's already breeding. Like I got peanut beetles off him. You got some too.
Yes, I did.
And I get my peanut beetles from him, and I go home and I already have worms in there. So I'm like, okay. So I took my peanut beetles and I set them up in a deli cup like this, but the bigger ones.
Yeah.
And I set them up in there, and they just doubled. Within a month, I had double the amount. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So I put them in a 6-quart now. So they're fun. I think I got mine at Janesville. And, he gave me some more roaches to throw in my colonies. And so I threw them in one colony, and hopefully my colony starts getting bigger again.
Yeah, I set mine up in a little container. It looks like it's a little bit bigger than a deli cup, but it's square. And, I set them up just like Wally had them set up on his video. So we'll see what happens.
They tear down them peanuts, man.
Yeah.
Paired them with a Max Snow Raptor. That's going to be a good one. So you're going to produce snow eclipses and stuff like that. And if he proves out to be, now here's me. I would say I hope Prey doesn't prove out to be het tremper, because that would be amazing. Just have pure eclipse again. But you'll be able to do some awesome stuff with that. And then Leonardo says, was there ever a true pie line for leopard geckos that gave you the look every time from anyone? I mean, it's all to do with eclipse stuff and super snow stuff. Super snow eclipse give you pied. That's the number one pied stuff that you'll see. And you got some isopod. Oh, from Paul. Paul is a good friend of mine. I love Paul. He is my Australian homie. Paul Pills. I cannot say enough about him. Paul Pills is an amazing guy. He's a photographer. He was an underwater photographer too.
Oh, that would be fun.
Yeah, so we kind of click. He tells me stories about Australia because I really want to go there. They're going back there, him and his wife, and I said I want to tag along. They were like, come on. Paul Pills. Oh, you can't. The guy is just A+ all the way around.
See, that's my dream spot to go, but Becky always tells me, you get off the plane and get bit by a mosquito, you die over there.
Well, what got me is he said that sugar gliders are just like in the wild, they're a pest.
Yeah, they're like a road.
Yeah, he's like, one time I just got up and one was in my laundry basket, and I'm like, what? And he goes, yeah. And so I mean, I'll sure it'd be a dream spot for me. I would love it just to take my camera and just forget everything for 2 weeks and just
Oh
go.
yeah.
And with Paul, he's a photographer and his wife's a photographer. I've asked them so many questions at shows. I'm like, I'm having trouble with this, and they'll just say, "Oh, that boom, 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 and done," and it works. So
Yeah.
Paul, I can't. That guy is just. I'm so glad I met him at Sewerfest 2-3 years ago.
Yeah, it sounds like a cool dude.
Yeah, so isopods, the dwarf white isopods, though, man, they will produce. They will take over colonies.
What do you feed yours?
All my isopods eat everything, and I forgot to get isopod chow. I got to get some of this weekend. I feed them everything, like gecko eggs. If I don't get a gecko egg that hatches, throw it in there. Gecko egg shells, crushed up eggshells, fish, dry fish. I know people are gonna be. If I get a gecko that doesn't hatch and I cut into it, and I feed the stillborn to the isopods.
Oh, and they eat it, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I recycle everything. It's a circle of life. I'm not going to kill a gecko to do it. I just can't do it. I don't have it in me.
No, I wouldn't
but
either.
The stillborns, I'll do that with them. The dwarf whites don't seem to be as meaty eaters as like the dairies. The dairy cows seem to they want their meat. They want it. That's why people say for small geckos and stuff, don't put dairy cows in there because dairy cows will go after them.
I have thought about that, the ant colony thing, but they take up a lot of room because you got to have tubes and containers, but they're pretty cool to watch.
Ant Canada. Have you watched Ant Canada?
Yes, I do. I'm subscribed to him. I like his channel.
Yeah, he's
pretty cool.
That's a really good guy.
Yeah, I like watching that.
That's why I wanted to do my YouTube videos.
Is it?
I wanted to set up natural occurring enclosures, and I wanted to have like a male, female, or 2 females and a male gecko in a big 75 to 125 gallon, and have it be a story. That's what I wanted. Like he kind of goes through a story.
Yeah, well, he does. It's pretty cool. I like watching this stuff.
So, and see, they watched Ant Canada too.
Yeah, I like Ant Canada too. It's a very good channel.
But the problem with ants is some of them you can't ship.
No,
you can't ship the
queens. I didn't know that either.
I was like, oh, I want to get ants. I'm going to get these ants. I'm going to get these ants. And no, you're not allowed to ship them in overstate lines and all this other crazy crap.
That's because down south, they get the fire ants and all that. It's just crazy what goes on down there.
I want to get bullet. That's why I want bullet ants.
They would be cool. See, now there's an ant I would be tempted to let sting me just so I can experience the.
I don't know about all that.
I hate to interrupt your show, but do you know where your son's toothbrush went?
No, you'd have to ask Grandma, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, it's up there on that shelf over there. That's right. Yeah, no, I would let it. I think a bullet ant would be very interesting to let because sting you once.
Mr. Crawling smells Fired Ant Nation. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, I wanted to do that. I wanted to set up like a roach colony the same way, but the roach colony would be hard because there's not a queen. You know, there's not, and they kind of don't take care of their young. They just don't. They're done. It's like whatever. Yeah, there's just different stuff. I'm gonna be doing a Twitch channel for OE. I might set up something for Memphis, and just have Memphis stream for like. I can't even see it ship.
Because of the color of it.
But it's not green.
Oh, look at my shirt disappears right here.
Because you're a dork.
Well, that's okay.
He's ghostish.
And God's answering my prayer by slowly making you disappear.
Okay. Ghosting, he said. Yeah, no, The ants we got around here are these little tiny little black ants, and I mean they're microscopic little tiny little black ants. There's billions of them around here. It rained the other day, and the whole yard had millions of ant piles in it. Hills.
Gotta love the ants.
I'm going to go to bed. I'm tired.
Okay.
Why?
Good night.
Yeah. I'm looking to get some tortoises and stuff, but
Didn't you say you said you had the redfoots, right? Didn't you just get those?
But we got a baby cherry head, which is a redfoot, same species. We got that, and I got myself, or should I say, Laura, a sub-adult to an adult male. I guess it's almost breedable. Redfoot, and we got the sulcata, but we're not going to breed sulcatas. So I'm looking for a female redfoot. I'm also looking for some cherry heads. I'm looking for other stuff like maybe some Russians. I don't know how easy Russians are to breed, but Ty just did it, and he said that people told him he couldn't breed them in Florida, but he did. So maybe I can talk to Ty. But I want to get the smaller tortoises that are manageable because, I mean, people want a sulcata until it's a sulcata.
Oh, yeah, until it's 200-pound bulldozer and runs through stuff. How big of it because I know you live where it's cold. So
share your Instagram. You can share anything you want. Yeah, go ahead.
How big of a pen would you need for them for in the wintertime though? To pair of them. I
don't even know a sulcata.
No, not a sulcata. I'm talking a redfooted.
Oh, the redfoots. I was just gonna build 10 by 10 areas.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I was just gonna put like 10 by 10 areas that they can stay in, and just something like that. Because right now we're gonna put pens outside, and redfoots we can just bring them in the house, and I could set them up in my fourth room in my basement. I thought about, since there's drain in the floor, just putting mulch on my concrete floor, no joke, and put like a heat mat thing down. They got them for basements, and then put mulch over top of it, and have heat areas, and just build cinder blocks and make pens down in my basement. I thought about
that would be cool for the redfoots.
Yeah, for redfoots, and like we want to do Hermans and anything small.
Hermans are cool, small stuff. That would be cool. Yeah.
She wants to do stars, and Sir Larkins and stuff like that.
They're a little bigger though, ain't they? Just slightly bigger.
No, they stay small. I don't know what the exact adult size, but they stay smaller too.
Yeah. Well, I know they're not like a sulcata or an aldabra or nothing like that.
And Bill does. Sarah got a hold of me and said that if I need to borrow some females, we can make that happen. So maybe I can send my mail up there if we don't have it. Send my mail or down there, and we can make that happen where we can get some clutches.
Yeah.
And on Rothschild, I have almost all the same stuff except I got some tangerine stuff, tangerine bell going, and I got some different blood. I grabbed some different blood stuff. Blood has been really good. Tangerine stuff. I don't know if I'm taking it. Oh, I got cave geckos. I got a stack of cave geckos going. Yeah, a stack, and I mean a stack.
What is your most anticipated project this year? Like
It's
the one you're really looking forward to doing this year.
Well, I was to see what Clouded was. Now I got Black Knights. So I'm going to breed Black Knight into that, see what that does. I'm kind of excited about that. And then the cave geckos, I'm kind of taking that by storm. I started off with a pair from Paige. She's a friend of ours in Wisconsin. She gave me a pair of cave geckos, and they were gravid, so I didn't breed them. They were gravid. So I'm excited about that. Now I'm getting all these cave geckos that hopefully I can like sell some to recoup it, and we'll be good.
Yeah.
The Clouded, yes. Leonardo got to see a Gen 4 Clouded in person. So let's see. Also, I'll be there. I just moved to Green Bay, so support the. There you go. Come see me, man. Look for the gecko. Look for the gecko.
Now with the Clouded line, right?
Yeah.
What generation are mine? Do you know? Right
a Gen 2 and a Gen 2. They're Gen 2s.
Gentooth.
Yep. The clouded, I have posted her, that one. But I won't let it out too much. But how it went, and I took the Gen 4 is I have acrylic displays. And when I was filling them up, I had one extra spot. And I'm like, what am I going to put there? And it was so late, I was like, I just literally just grabbed her and put her in. And she was the talk of the show. Let's see, guys, can you talk more about term pure? We go over all this. We go over this, I feel like, every day in the leopard geckos. If you want to dive into that, we can dive into that. But woo, can we dive into that? Okay, here's what pure means to me. Pure means about recessive, dominant, and stuff. So a pure leopard gecko would be like, I got a pure patternless. It means it's not carrying any other genes. So it's not carrying, albino traits. It's not carrying any dominant traits or no incomplete dominant with the max snow. That was what pure means to me. It's not carrying any hets that's not seen. Okay. Now, a bud of mine, Chris of Suburban Gecko, just put out a line saying pure line bred stuff. Now, someone's going to get mad at me. Every show, someone gets mad at Gary. Here's what I say.
Let it go in one ear, not the other, Gary.
Yeah. I'm going to take Black Knights because everyone's talking about Black Knights and pures, okay? If I take a Black Knight and I breed it to a Macularis, it's not het for nothing else. It's just a Macularis leopard gecko. And I breed that Black Knight to that, and then I take them babies and I breed them to another Macularis, and I outcross it. But then during the outcrossing, I cross them back into each other and make a Black Gecko that's still a Black Knight. So it would still be a pure Black Knight to me. But now if I took that clouded, or not clouded, I'm talking clouded now. But now if I took that Black Knight and I took it into, so not many people know what clouded is. So let's say I take a Black Knight and I take it into Carbon, or I take it into Black Pearl, then I would say it's a cross. Okay? I would say it's a cross because you're using two different melanistic lines. But if I don't use a melanistic line, that melanistic line is still just, no matter how far down I breed it, when I breed it back, it's still, that line is just Black Knight. So the Tangerine line's the same way. If I take an Inferno and I breed it to Macularis, and then I breed them back to each other, and I just wanted that new blood, it would still be Inferno. I put no other Tangerine line into it. So I disagree with, if I breed a Black Knight to a Raptor, calling it a cross. I don't like that because no other melanistic lines in there. And if you look at my clouded line, I call stuff that doesn't look dark clouded still. It's from the clouded line.
Yeah.
Now, if I take clouded in a Black Knight, I'll say these are clouded Black Knights. That's how I'd label them.
Uh-huh.
But if I didn't take any other Macularis in there, it's not going to happen. So, like my bloodline's insane. I outcrossed that bloodline at the beginning of when I got it. I outcrossed it to other non-Tangerine lines. So I wanted new blood in there. And when I brought it back and I started making, now I'm getting insane stuff, but I have so much different blood. It's selectively breeding, not inbreeding. So yeah, I just don't agree with someone saying you took a Black Knight and you took it to a Murphy patternless, so it's a cross now. Well, no, you didn't cross it into any other Macularis line. Or not a Macularis line, but I mean a Black Knight line, or Black Pearl, or Carbon. So, yeah, I'm touchy with that. And like, Suburban Gecko just put out an article today, and he was talking about his Atomic G Trempers, and said that, now I think that if someone took one of his, now this is just me, my personal opinion. Do not go attack Chris. Chris is an awesome guy. I love Chris. If someone took an Atomic G and bought a male Atomic G off him, if I can talk, I can English, I promise. Atomic G Tremper, if they took one and they only could afford a male, and they took a non-Tangerine line Tremper and took, let's say, 2 female non-Tangerine Trempers and bred them to that Atomic G, they're going to make Trempers that are still this lower quality Atomic Gs. You can still produce an insane looking Atomic G out of that. Then if you take them babies, either breed them together or take it back to dad, you could really make some really insane stuff. But now you injected new blood into that line. So you didn't take, Atomic is a line out of Texas. And G Project, of course, is Matt Bronick. You're not taking anything else other than Atomic G into it. So how is it a cross? The line it never had another tangerine. Now, this is my opinion, and that just goes back to how I think. Leonardo can look at my clouded. He's seen the clouded. It's not black. It's more of a brown, cloudy look. He's seen a Gen 4. It's not when you hold a clouded in your hand that's completely covered and there's no color to it, you can tell the difference from a Black Knight. It's just different. It just looks different. So yeah, that's my pure kick.
Maybe with when you cross, because you're putting it into the clouded into the Black Knight, maybe there's a chance that'll come out like a silver color, like a charcoal look or something.
We could. My whole goal with clouded is I wanted to save the melanistic line. I'm starting to see like people like Suburban Gecko are doing it right. They're putting new blood into it. They're bringing in other stuff like that's the best looking melanistic gecko I've ever seen.
What, the one we looked at a couple weeks ago?
The Suburban Gecko Chris, that's the best looking melanistic gecko I've ever seen. Can
you get the picture up for the new people in here or no?
Yeah, I can look at that right now.
That is just jaw dropping. Yeah,
I can English and you can English today. I promise you. We can English. Let me see. Oh, we can just go over his page.
Sure.
Let me see if there we go. Now we're both here. So I'm going to click on this. Now this is his Atomic G stuff. This is a Bell line stuff, but this is his Atomic G stuff that he was talking about. Now it's going to say send a message, but he wrote an article about it.
Where can we go find this article?
It's on Suburban Geckos. And he posted it right there. SuburbanGeckos.com.
Okay.
Let's see if we can find. Right here's that gecko. This one here is. Let me see what he called it. It is a Max Snow melanistic. It's a carbon cross black pearl. I don't know if that's the male or female, but the one animal is a carbon black pearl bred to a charcoal Black Knight. He got that.
That's nice, yes.
Yeah, that's in a melanistic animal still. There's no yellow, there's no oranges, there's no color except for gray, silver, and black. That's an insane gecko to me. That's probably, in my opinion, with what I do, that is one of the best melanistic geckos produced today. Now, I know people want black from nose to tip of the tail. That gecko has so much potential, it's insane. I want that gecko to take into clouded.
Is that the same one we looked at last week, or was
yes?
It I thought it was a different one.
No, it was this one.
Oh, there it is. Yes, that's the picture I remember.
Yep, it was this one. Leonardo said there's a lot of potential with clouded, and clouded does have potential. There's a reason why I'm waiting to bring it out. Suburban Gecko's got some insane stuff, guys. And if we go to Orner Exotics here, let's see what goes on. I don't know if you can see. I don't think I posted it on here. Oh, there's a tortoise. There's some blood stuff. Yeah, I don't have it up. But that's kind of cool. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what. I mean, the pure stuff, what people are saying, and is going to kill Black Knight. They're just taking Black Knight to Black Knight, and there was someone on Leopard Gecko Breeder Help or whatever it's called, and they produced a albino out of what they said were pures, and they got a Black Knight female that's 26 grams laying eggs. It's not good.
And pure black, well, because they keep breeding in, they got the smaller heads, and there's a few flaws with it. And
yes, that is it's a white blue body color. I call it like a silver. with black spots. It's that gecko's hand it to Chris. He produced the best melanistic gecko I've ever seen. I don't know if that's going to mean much to anybody, but that's the best melanistic I've seen.
Yeah.
He's just a good guy. We were gonna do this. I was gonna do stuff like this and show people go like this. And I was gonna show people like geckos how I shop for geckos.
Well, that'd be good to go.
But see, like what I do is I don't even click it unless the thing makes me look at it and like, whoa. So and here, this gecko here makes me go, whoa.
Whoa.
And I'm like, well, that's kind of cool looking. See them bold lines in there, that bold outline. Yep. It makes me say, wow. But it's going to lose all that. It is a bold. Yeah. I can tell that that's a young gecko, but this gecko also makes me go, whoa. So when I look at this one's a bold max snow, SSE to a bold max snow. So it's 100% het eclipse and 66% het tremper. So each one was het tremper. This animal's kind of cool because it's like my wacky stuff. I call it wacky because it gives a wacky pattern. I like that type of stuff in it. And of course, you see the striped tail. I got a thing for that. But I look at the morph market probably like 40 to 50 times a day without question.
I'm always on there too.
And here's I don't know who this is. It's imported from the Netherlands. Who is this? Hooked on Heterodon? I don't know. But here's the Black Knight. I don't know what's up with the gloves. There's a Black Knight. If you seen my clouded in person, it does not look black like that.
Wow.
They're asking $17.50 for it. You're already starting to see Black Knights come down in price, and now it's just a bunch of BHB stuff. So whatever.
Yes.
Pure is just a different thing to me. Been waiting for someone to bring up the albino thing. I found that odd. What happened is this. Okay. There's only a few people that imported Black Knight at the beginning. And the person, one of the biggest persons, Angela and Tony, took it into Raptor. So a lot of the stuff is possible het eclipse, possible albino. And people just kind of hacked that off and was selling them as pure Black Knights. That's when I don't understand. The Black Knight, the line of Black Knight, they didn't take them into melanistic, but it has hets. So it's so mixed up. The Black Knight game is going to crash because of what people are doing. Yeah, the wacky pattern does look like a clown. But I know what you're talking. Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I just the gecko community. I just wrote on Order Exotics. I just put up an article of how to get your gecko to eat. That's what I've been doing lately. Just getting back to basics. But you got some geckos. You're going to be doing patternless. I haven't even hatched a patternless yet this year.
No, that female's starting to gain weight too. She's starting to really put the food away. That male's he turned out to be a giant. Jeez.
Oh, the
male getting
patternless
huge. Wow.
They'll get them big shoulders and their heads get really big.
Yeah. He looked so good today when I looked in there. I should have took a picture of him and sent it to you. His tail was bright purple. You know?
Yeah.
They switch colors as the day goes on.
Look who's here. Impeccable gecko. Miles. How's that neck? But yeah, when for some reason my patty line that the females stay dainty, the males just get bulldogish. I mean, that's why I look at them. They're like big bulldogs. Their heads.
I might have a picture. Hold on, I'll send it to you.
Miles knows what I'm talking about when it comes to pure animals. Oh, hopefully it's getting better. Let's see. Can we touch up about pricing and getting folks to understand that we put in a lot of time and effort into stuff, proofing out, et cetera, and a lot of complaint about pricing. You're always going to get, no matter what you do, you're going to get someone that complains about pricing. Um, how should I put it? There's 3 pricing tiers. Okay, there's retail, and I'm not talking pet store. What's
No, you're
that?
talking. This
Yeah.
is what I wanted to talk about too. I like this subject.
Yeah. Retail, what you're going to buy at shows, when you're going to buy directly from a breeder, something like Impeccable Gecko, me, or, Andrew, Wally's, John's, Gecko Boy, that's retail. Then there's wholesale. Okay. Wholesale goes to pet stores and people I call jobbers. Someone that there's people at shows that want to sell my geckos and they'll come buy them in 10 lots, 20 lots, 30 lots, 40 lots, 50 lots. Rarely at shows do they buy that big. Usually it's 10 lots, 15, somewhere around there. And then I give them a break. If they buy a bunch of $100 geckos, I give them a break and I make it that way. And then there's breeder to breeder pricing. Now, here's the thing. Breeders rarely talk to other breeders about the deals they get. It's kind of like, you got to be really good friends to say, yeah, he hooked me up with that price, but you don't let it out publicly. And wholesale, everyone knows everyone wholesale. So I let my wholesale pricing out. And the retail to retail, I don't. Now, how I price things is exactly how you said it. If how should I put it? Like my tangerine wacky line is priced a little different than my other tangerine lines because I'm breeding for a certain look. I'm breeding for something. It's not so much that it might not be worth it, but that's what it's going to take to get that animal from me. Honestly, that's what it is. We get animals that we want to hold back, and every breeder does this. We'll have like a rack or a section that we're putting all our holdback animals. And then here comes the next year, and you're like, oh, wait, I can't breed all this. I can't use all this. So we then sell them holdbacks. Impeccable price is my least favorite task. I'm the worst at it. You're not bad at it. I just got my first Leo from Beta. Drop a pretty penny. Let's see. Okay, you guys want to know business. I can lay out the business end of this. And let me first say it is impossible to get rich quick off breeding animals. It's impossible. You're not going to do it.
It's not going to happen.
It's just not happening. If it does, can you let us know? I haven't figured it out yet. But I'll drop, a stack on a male, the right male. I'll drop $1,000 on a male. And it was like, that's a lot of money. But I know that male can be bred to 10 really good females that I choose. And them 10 females are giving me 80 to 120 eggs. 80 to 120 eggs. If I get $10 a baby, I paid for that male. And that's why I create my own females. Okay. And so I can drop that bill or whatever on that male. There's only a select few people I buy females from. And it is, I can count them less than two hands. I might be able to go to like 7. That I'll actually buy a female off of. And then that list gets way down when it's like something like new. I'm like, ooh, I don't know about that one. But how I price is seriously, my prices change all the time too. I'm like, oh, that gecko turned out cooler. I'm going to add $100, or that didn't turn out the way. I'm going to knock $100 off that one. I do it all the time. But the most I spent on a gecko, I don't really want to say. I spent pretty pennies with Matt Sasselbeck back in the day when White and Yellow first came out. I had to have White and Yellow Bell. I had to have it, so I made it happen. I spent a lot of money on a gecko before, but geckos, the return is so quick. For the actual investment. And then if you talk electricity and food, yeah, I get it. But the actual investment, if you buy 2 animals for $2,000 and you breed those and you get 10 eggs, technically you got to sell them for $200 a piece and you break even. there's not many business plans that you break even in the first year.
No, not many at all.
So everyone's like, well, Gary, you make a lot of money. My food bill, like I text, Rainbow, and I'm like, send me my food bill. And then like, I'll get my gecko or my, they ship the same day. I'll text them in the morning. They ship them to me the same day and I get them in 2 days. And then I get an invoice. I'm like, crap. Like every single time, like, there's the invoice, pay the invoice. But Rainbow Mealworms takes care of me at that point, and people don't understand that food aspect. People like Miles understands that food aspect.
Yeah, feedings can be expensive,
or it could be expensive. Where, like, I was flipping out the mealworm shortage, and now the superworm shortage.
Superworm's crazy.
The superworm shortage, and I mean, is just insane. Because I was switching my adults to superworms because a really good friend, Miles,
says, one out of your basket.
Hey, start doing superworms. Try them out. My animals were recovering better than they already were. So I was breeding females and they were just not losing weight. I'm like, wow, this is nice. Superworms are great. And you don't have to feed as many. It was a great thing. Then boom, shortage happened.
What do you think? What caused the shortage of the superworms?
There's a disease going out, killing people's stuff off.
Oh,
what about the high examples and low examples? With that's why geckos are. That's why geckos are amazing. Is because not every gecko is created equally. So if you breed bulls, not every bull's going to be the same, and every tangerine's not going to be the same, and every blood's not going to be the same, and so take my bloods. You can get a blood, and people look at me at the shows like, wow, that's kind of a drab blood. Well, that's why it's $150. But its sibling looks like this. Same parents. Look the difference. And you could still get that orange. It doesn't have to be that. You could pop out orange anytime.
Yeah. Now, are you saying that you can get one that's low expression and produce a high expression animal from it?
Oh, yeah. I've done it all the time. I got animals here that aren't tangerine, and I pop out tangerine from them.
They don't pupate easily? No. Oh. And you got to keep them all separate. You can't. It's not like mealworms. It's not like mealworms. You can put a bunch of mealworms in one tub, and then they turn around and turn into. They have to be individual.
Yeah, I wish that they would be easier. I tell you guys, in 2020, the reason I didn't produce that much is twofold. It was COVID and then mealworms. I was terrified. Breeding females need to eat, and then babies need to eat. You don't feed a baby; they're gonna whittle away
really fast.
So I'm like, I can't produce them. I'm not joking. I was buying from a pet store and cleaning him out. And he'd bring me 40,000, 50,000 that like show me. I'm like, I want them all, dude. I was paying it. I was paying the money.
As you said, I could get expensive.
It was either pay the money or lose my collection. And I was like, I got to pay the money. And what was funny is there was a mealworm shortage, but people were buying stuff. They were buying animals. Like they were just coming up like, oh, that's a gecko. I like that. Oh, it's $200. Okay. I'm like, oh, okay. I mean, $200 pets. And it was supposed to be COVID.
You do yours like his, where you see the whole thing.
He has to mess with his settings. He has to mess with his settings a little bit.
Yeah. Where do I do that at?
Yeah, remember when you go into the green screen? You go into cam mic, go into green screen. Watch, I can mess with it now. I can go like this, see? I can go like this, and people will be like, "What is going on with Gary? Look I'm a ghost. I'm digital. It's like totally digital.
He's like disappearing in his.
There, I just did it.
Yeah,
he's
see,
just disappearing. No, that's not what I'm talking about.
You're talking about the size, right?
Yeah.
She was talking about the size, how it's yours takes up the whole screen. It's the type of the picture I have up there.
Oh, okay.
My picture's smaller this way, where yours is bigger.
Yeah, that picture was done by Erica. So yeah, we were like this, but then you can't really see what we got going on.
No.
I can see D.
No, thank you.
I like this. I like this gecko. This gecko is awesome. I love my gecko.
Yeah,
And
that's a
there's
good drawing.
I don't know who Facebook user is. Let me know who you are and at what's up. How you doing? Yeah, Miles, I missed you at the show. I missed you at the show, dude.
One thing I got to say about Miles is every gecko picture I put up, he likes it or comment. I don't know if he comments, but I know he leaves a like and everything on every picture.
I know Miles is on here, and I'll say this about Miles if he wasn't on here. Like the guy is just top notch, 100%. He's family. I met him at Sewerfest, not Sewerfest, the very first Janesville show. That's when we met in person, and the guy, you can't ask for a more honest person. I've gone to him with issues and just got his opinion. He's just an amazing person. I can't say enough about him. Someone followed me on Instagram, and their logo has the old gecko. Great. Yep. I'm telling you. I mean, I don't understand what's up with that gecko. I hope you know, brother. You're awesome, Miles. You're just my homie, man. Probably me. But that old gecko, I forget what game it was from, but when I was donating to Wally's 12 Days of Christmas, was it?
Yes. I remember when this all happened, yeah.
Wally contacted me in it and says, hey, we got an issue. We got to take your logo down. I'm like, well, why? And he says, here's why. And he gave me the link, and it was from like a game online. And it, like the gecko, they got monitors and bears and all these like designed that way. And I paid a pretty penny for that. And so I went off, like, I was like, okay, I took it down, took everything down. And I'm like, what do I do? And I went to, was it Fiverr? Where I got the original gecko. And I went, and they gave me a credit. Fiverr gave me a credit because I had proof that this guy stole this. And I used that money to have someone else draw a gecko. I hated it. It wasn't me. So a person that doesn't do logos, she does not do logos. So do not go try to look her up and bug her about doing you a logo. She's an artist, and she said if I couldn't find someone I liked, she would do my logo for me. I showed her the gecko I got. It wasn't that good. I literally had to go into like Photoshop. I was editing colors of this gecko, and she drew me this. And I'm not joking. I did not ask her to edit it once. She did this first take. It's perfect in every single way. I love my gecko. He is just amazing. My gecko's awesome. And Leonardo Secchi says about Miles, yeah, dude, you can't. I mean, if we had more Miles in the world, we wouldn't have hate. Nope. Is the guy with the Max Snow White and Yellow that looks like a black hole? Oh, there we go. I know who you are now. And Miles is cooler than a cucumber. Cooler than the flip side of a pillow.
Yeah.
Yes. The white and yellow. I can release this. I said something in a chat with some friends. I will not be releasing any white and yellow bell this year. I did produce some. I hatched out in 3 different clutches now, small eyes. I'm not doing it. I won't do it. So I don't know if it's my male I'm using. I don't know. It can't be the females because the females were all different. And it's only the white and yellows pushing out small eyes. I'm morally that way. I won't do it. So they will be pet geckos. And so white and yellow bell is right now shut down at Owner Exotics. I don't know what happened because this is a new male. I produced him 2 years ago. He didn't breed last year, and I bred him this year. I still have dad. So, but if he has that problem, does dad have that problem? So, yeah. So white and yellow, I will be looking. I'll probably go to John. I'll probably go to John and see what male he has for me.
Now the white and yellow I have, is that safe then?
Totally different line. Okay. My Trumper line is totally different. My white and yellow bells are from my original line I had in 2012. So it could be that they were just line bred a lot during that whole time. And when I got it back, it could be just a line breeding issue. But if it's a line breeding issue, then I have the males. It doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. They're gone.
You see what he said there?
Yeah, the vitamin related. I would think not, but it could be. I mean, it could be. I use Vinate, and it could be. I just if I went on and I didn't pull them geckos, I'd be going against everything I stand for. I mean, everything I stand for. I will not. That's why I'm waiting so long to put. Got that info from John. It could be. But like Clouded, I didn't want my Clouded going out there and be released, and they still have the same issues and issues with small heads or issue with breeding. I didn't want Clouded out there doing that. I bought 3 Black Knights. 3. The females are garbage. I mean, well, I don't want to say garbage because they're animals, but they are not good breeders. They're not. They're just not good breeders.
Do you think that's a line bred thing?
Oh yeah,
That?
Black Knights have infertile issues. The male is psychotic. He's just psycho. I don't know what else to say about him. So the females, I don't know if I'm going to get anything good out of them. I got a couple eggs. I got 2 eggs. I don't know. They're just weird. And I don't want them. I don't want them. I'm doing it to see what they do. So when people say, hey, can Clouded do this? I can say, yes, Clouded can be injected in your Black Knights and make somebody, make them healthier or something.
Yeah.
Let's see what this is. I had a girl that had a couple small eyes by babies, made sure she was getting plenty of vitamins, and the next year she was fine. Yeah, my issue is it was from 3 different females so far. Because I got when you produce as many as me, it happens. But when you're a responsible breeder like me, I pull everything aside and I start watching that. But I got 2 babies from the same clutch. I had kink tails at the very end. And now I've hatched from that pair, I've hatched 4 more babies, nothing there. Nothing. So I don't think it's genetic. I don't think so. The small eyes is just I think it could be a vitamin deficiency. It could be too much line breeding. That's how my white and yellow giant is. And let's see. Izzy is well, I don't like saying that. I mean, how can I put it? She's very happy to have Black Knight, and that's her top of the line gecko. And she's flexing. She's like, hey, look at me. I have this. That's what she's doing to people. She just wants to show off her Black Knights. She doesn't know everything, but how can I put it? You don't know what you don't know. You don't know it. So I know someone's going to get mad about this, but I don't want to hurt someone and make her stop asking questions. Yes, she jumped in too early, but I don't want to, shut her down where she just stops asking questions, because then she won't learn. I will tell you guys this now. It wasn't Izzy. I got an email or a message today from a member of Leopard Gecko Breeder Help, terrified to post a question about Black Knight. Terrified because she was going to get the part. She just didn't know what Black Knight was. She's starting to learn genetics, and she comes from another type of animal breeding. And I went through step by step with her. It says a line bred trait. The albinos are recessive. I went through it step by step with her. She's getting it now, and I did it for 100%. So
yeah, and nobody should be scared to ask questions, no matter how. Yeah,
I mean. Does Izzy post some different stuff? Yes. She's happy. I mean, did I agree that she posted what gosh dang, I can't think of it. Wally just interviewed Luna Gecko sold her some Black Knights for it. No, you never post that. But she's just flexing that she has geckos, guys. She's just saying she has Black Knights. She thinks that's the most expensive thing in the world. She has some money invested in it. I mean, she's proud of her geckos. I mean, so
And
am I.
that's always a good thing to be proud of your geckos.
Yeah.
Good.
Oh no, you're good. He asked what the male does. The male when I pick him up, he flips around. If I get in his cage, he charges me. He's just psychotic.
Can we touch on the just so everybody on here knows to be subscribed to Fauna Radio because you're doing a giveaway, right?
Oh yeah, we can talk about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you guys go on to Fauna Radio I put the link in the description. Fauna Radio's YouTube. I'm trying to get us to 1,000 subscribers on this. I know we stream at 7 different spots. I want to get the most listeners. I want to get the most people watching our channel. Okay. We always got people on Twitch. Always. Twitch is awesome. If you guys get over to Fauna Radio, if you're on Twitch, subscribe there or whatever it is. I haven't set up all the stuff on Twitch yet, but get over to Fauna Radio on YouTube. I'm going to give away 1.1 bloods, and I'm not talking low end bloods. I'm going to give away some high end blood stuff. If you want blood trempers, we'll figure it out. We'll get you some blood. And Leonardo can attest my high end bloods are insane. Twitch, what's Twitch? Twitch is a streaming platform that is for video gamers. So like I play video games. I play Rust and I play Apex and stuff like that. Yeah, so you can stream that and then people can watch you and donate you money. When they're watching, you can be like, I want to subscribe. And for every subscriber you get $2.50 a month. So as long as they're subscribed to you, they pay $5 a month to subscribe to you. And you get half that. So you get 1,000 subscribers on Twitch, you're making $25,000. Something like that. But I want to get YouTube up there. So YouTube, I want to do YouTube, get YouTube up to 1,000 subscribers so we can start getting noticed on YouTube. And when that happens, we will do a live drawing. I'll figure out a way, do something on here. Maybe I'll do a generator or something. And I will give away, and I'll pay for shipping and everything, 1.1 bloods. And like I said, it would be... Oh, if you have Amazon Prime, it's free to subscribe to one person a month. So there you go. So my bloods, I've been working on my bloods a lot. When you're as large as me producing stuff, I know there's projects that kind of get shoved to the side, and I just produce to produce. And I know that sounds really bad. But like my blood projects, my clouded projects, my Bell stuff, I can't keep Bell in stock, guys. It's so hard for me to keep Bell in stock. I'm thinking I'm taking like 20 animals Bell line at the show. That's it. That's all I got. And I don't even want to take a couple of them. I'm taking a red stripe that's insane. The name what? Oh, the name. Oh, what's Twitch? Oh, he was the name of mine. It's Fauna Radio. We got Fauna Radio and I got Orner Exotics on there, but Fauna Radio. It should be streaming right now. Fauna Radio.
It says it up the top corner there. Fauna Radio. I don't know if they see that on Twitch, but I know it says it there. And Fauna Radio YouTube.
Yep, my bloods are kind of insane. I love my bloods. Let's see. I got some possible het ciphers. I'm pretty excited about. Nearly ready to breed. Cipher is something I want. Get on Miles to get that marble out of there. Oh, I want Cipher. A Cipher is... I got to see... my first Cipher in person was Miles. He brought a male. And I don't care what people say. That animal is... The potential behind Cipher is...
What did you do? I'm sorry. I was talking to my daughter.
Oh, you're fine. The Ciphers, there's so much potential. The potential with Cipher, everyone says the next new morph, it will be. Oh, look, I got my mic in. There we go. You can see my mic. I don't know. I think. There we go. My green screen. But Cipher is something that's going to be huge. So what Cipher? Cipher is I say it's a color enhancer. I have never worked with it. I've just seen what friends have done with it. Okay. It enhances color. It's an eye trait. I know there's people out there saying, "Oh, it just puts a stripe down the back." It's so much more than just putting a stripe down the back. What James, check out GeckoBoa. GeckoBoa.com has a big list of what Cypher is. It's a recessive. It came out of Marble Eye. And also Impeccable Gecko has them. Impeccable Gecko has Cypher. I don't think Impeccable Geckos have released any Cypher though, but he has them. I want
So
some.
how long will it be before you think you have some?
I mean, I could get them now if I wanted them, but there's a reason. There's a reason why. How new? That's pretty cool. The last year, a year and a half, 2 years, maybe. Not many people have them. A het still costs. I think a female het cost you $1,000.
That's pretty pricey.
Yeah, and like a male het, cost. I think he has one male het, and it's like $2,000. I think $3,000 you get a pair. He has not sold a visual male, but it's just it's something that hasn't been worked with. There's a reason why I'm not in it yet, and Miles understands why. I'm a purist. I have to know.
You talked about this
a
little while back. Yeah,
I have to know that it is 100%. I have to know. I could probably get Cypher right now. I mean, I could turn around and have him here probably Tuesday. But I mean, that's another project for 30 days. Like I just got the Black Knights. I just got more Macularis. I got some Fasciolatus. I got some Turkmenicus, which I don't really like Turkmenicus. This is my first Turkmenicus group I got. I don't like them.
Why don't you like them, if you don't mind me asking?
They're small.
They're small. That's what I was going to ask. Is it because of their size? They're smaller.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, even with the people in here, does anybody know of any like future projects that are coming out that's going to be cutting edge and new in the gecko thing? Gecko?
I'm about to start going to you. Oh, they come to me, man. I love clown stuff. They're absolutely blue. I like clown stuff too. I got stuff that looks like clown, but I can't call it clown. But what's out there new? This Cypher. The Cypher's gonna be hot. I mean, I know I got clouded, but now everyone understands why I don't throw a fit over Black Knight, because I did have that clouded at the show, and I don't have any males that look that good. None of my males look that good ever. And they're brown. So someone brought up to me at the show and says they kind of look like charcoals. And I didn't even think of it that way. They do. Charcoals aren't black. They're more of a brownish color. When you look at them, they're brown. They're like a really deep brown. And that's what cloudeds are. How would you go about making a new morph? Recessive, get lucky. If it's recessive, get lucky. A dominant trait and incomplete dominant trait, get lucky. Line bird trait, think of a way you want to look for it and breed for it. I was just talking to Leonardo, talking about making an all-white gecko. That is not a recessive, is not a dominant or incomplete dominant. You could do it. You would have to start with them white geckos. Snow eclipses tend to stay whiter. You get them whiter geckos out of them, and the lighter geckos, take those. Seems like everything starts with eclipse. But all you gotta do is line breed for it. You know, you want wiggly lines, breed for wiggly lines. And then name it something you like. If you talk to John about Cypher, he'll tell you, he'll be the first one to say, I got lucky, it popped out. That's what happens. I know everyone's against Lemon Frost, so am I, but when Gourmet got it, it popped out. They breed so many geckos, it popped out.
Yeah, and then it was exciting to see, and then
I mean, to tell you the truth, if the tumors weren't there, the lemon frost would be a hot thing right now. I mean, you'd be seeing $1,000 geckos all over because let's be honest, when you have a $3,000, a $4,000, a $5,000 gecko, your clientele's like this. Okay, I get it.
Yep.
People got their stimulus checks or stimmies, they call it, and they went out and bought geckos. Get it. But let's be honest, when you got $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 geckos, it's like this. Then when you get to like 1,500, it goes like this. To 1,000, it goes like this. When it's 500, it's a really big market. People will spend $500 on a gecko. So the more expensive, you're kind of just selling to other breeders. Kind of. There's once in a while you'll get someone that will sit there and say, "Oh, I'll drop this much money." I sold the, I think it was like the third Super Snow White and Yellow Bell. It had Eclipse when I sold that one. It was like $4,000. I sold one for that. Stimmies. That's why I had someone, like, no joke. They were at a show and they said, "I got my stimmy," and he spent his stimmy on geckos.
That's
yeah,
crazy.
watch him. Why watch him this? And then he'd go, "Gary," and I'm like, no. Like something everyone has to see. We got that. They're beautiful. But yeah, that's you kind of price yourself out. Let's see what this. I have an Eclipse Max Snow Raptor. I have an Eclipse and then a Max Snow Raptor, a Tang White and Yellow Pospot Raptor. But with the Tang White and Yellow, I want to take him to my Max Snow because he has 25% clown he carries. You can do that. Don't ever let someone tell you can't do it, but you will see that taking the Max Snow is going to take a lot of the tangerine out of it. But I haven't seen a good creamsicle line in a long time, and that's what creamsicles were tangerine Max Snows. So, oh, see, he did too. He dropped the stimmy on it. See, dropped the stimmy. Ball pythons, Leo, and
Jehuas.
There. If you're gonna breed, it's kind of like an investment. If you're dropping your stimmy on it, but
let me ask. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, that's just, most of their breeders. That's where they were getting their money. It's their stimmies.
What do you think about all the New Caledonian stuff? Do you like that stuff?
I like it. I don't know if I have time for it all, but yes, New Caledonian is awesome. I know you like it.
I love it. I love that stuff.
You got your Gargies and you got your Cresties and you got
yeah, I do like the crested geckos and the gargoyle geckos. They are definitely up there. But you know what's? I'm gonna tell you, those picta geckos, they are the coolest little things you ever seen. They'll come out and they pop their head up and they look around. They are so cool.
I might need to get into some of those, but I do need to get some mealy. I got to get some knobtails geckos. I got a male.
I'm gonna take care of you with some pictus once these guys are going.
I got those.
But
I was thinking, like, my buddy Miles. I looked at my Patty Bell group, and I'm like, man, I got like 3 males. I got 1, 2, 3 males. I'm like, how did I get 3 males? I'm like, oh yeah. It was, so I gotta figure something out. I'm thinking about taking one of them because it's a nice looking male. Taking that right to Bell and trying to get Bells that are 50% het Patty, and then I'm gonna take the other one and take them into Patty because I got the pure Patty line. I bought 3 geckos and 2 rack systems, and mine 11. See, I'm not judging nobody. I don't judge nobody. That's where a lot of the breeders were saying their sales were up because stimulus checks. People had extra money, especially people that were working. It was extra money to them, and they got to spend it like they want and got to enjoy themselves. So it was kind of nice. It's just, I mean, what would I do if I had that extra money? I don't know. I probably spent on animals, to tell you the truth. I got to pull money out of crypto. If I see the right animal, I'll pull money out of crypto all day long. I don't care. I'll pull money out of crypto instantly.
Yeah.
Because crypto does go up. Everyone knows this. Crypto goes up 25%, 50%. But if I take and I spend $1,000 on a group of geckos, I'm going to make a lot more on that later down the road.
Yeah, because that's not going to change much. So,
oh, my racks here, you guys. I build my racks. I guess to see serpents and stuff, I just build my racks.
That's what I do too. I build all my own racks. If you guys go check out, you've seen my video of the ones I built.
So. Oh, check it out. DEA Exotics. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, people wanting to join. Yeah, I had another idea. I'm going to put this out there because then it's recorded. It is 5/28/21, so we'll see. And it's been done before. So I've been thinking about the last 5 months to do this, and I have not even told Andrew. But I'm a sports card collector. Okay. And it's just been I can't buy sports cards. I only collect Cleveland Browns stuff. Okay. And I thought about doing a reptile collector card. It's been done. People's done it.
Yeah, before. I was gonna say I've seen them before.
But I want to do something where it's a little different. I'll do animal pics, but then I would have a picture of Wally holding up one of his prize geckos, or maybe a picture of one of his prize geckos, and the card will be signed by Wally, numbered to 25. That would be an insert.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, and then I would do something like $100 gift card, insert to this company. They would we'll give $1,000, so there's $100 gift cards, and they're inserted into packs. So it would drive business that way. And then we could do patch cards if someone really wanted to do patch cards. But autographs, I think, are a big one, and the gift certificates. We can even put the gift certificates on the signed card if we wanted to, and put it in the back a digital code that works one time.
Yep.
And I could put QR codes to their website on the back of the card. And I know people are gonna be like, "Oh, Brian Barczyk," but I brought up Brian Barczyk could be a 1 to 10. There's 10 autographs. Jay has 1 to 10. And then John Scarborough, and it wouldn't be on the card. I would actually send them sticker sheets that I would get the cards printed, sent to me. I would build the packs, and I would actually put the stickers on the card and say there's only 10 of these, and put them in the packs, and then I start selling the packs. I thought about this, and
I like that idea.
And I know where to get them printed. I know where to get all this done. I know where to get the cards, the stickers to get it. It was for them to sign. And my biggest thing is I would have to sit down. I'd have to find the pictures. So if I didn't take the pictures, I would have to get a picture from the person, and they okay it to be on a card. I would think that most of these people would do it because they would have a card out there with a QR code going to their website, and I'm not a Steelers fan. I'm a Browns fan. Sorry.
Eagles.
There we go. And someone does crypto too. There we go. See, crypto. But that's that little card thing, and I would sell packs. I don't know, put 10 to 12 cards in it, but I want to keep the cost low enough where kids can do it. I don't want to do it where adults are doing it, and then this is a card that's only 10. I want to sell for $1,000. That wasn't the point. I think I want to get it where it gets out to the kids and gets out to people that really want it.
Yeah, that's what you would try to aim for, right? Is the kid aspect and the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like that idea.
I mean, I can get I forgot what it was. I can get 500 sets. I can do 500 complete sets, and it cost me $6,000 for I think it'd be 80 to 100 different cards. So what I would do is I would end up pulling some of the sets, and let's just take Wally or Miles, one or the other, because I know they won't yell at me for using them. And I could take their autograph and put it on just their card, and there's 10 autograph versions of this card, and then make that as an insert. And then I could pack them. They got little black bags that you can buy there because sports card places do it. They do repacks. And you can buy these repacks from them. And then that's where I got that idea. I was I could just get them printed, and it saves me thousands of dollars on getting them packaged and designing a foil because it costs money to get them packaged in the first place and the foil like package with a print on it. But then for them to randomize putting inserts in and then putting the stickers on costs more money. It makes it go from like $6,000 to like 20 grand.
Yeah.
So I was like, get 6,000. I spend some time and I just make the packs myself, and go from there. And as people buy them and they get these little memorabilia cards and maybe some discounts and go from there. Let's see. What's this all about? Let's see. I'm horrible. I've got geckos, ducks, chickens, turkeys all within the last 4 months. One good thing is they all eat the same insects. And now breeding mealworms to think 25% of. I cannot breed mealworms. There's no way. I'm not doing it.
I did it for a while, but it could be hectic sometimes.
Yeah. I just can't do it. I don't got time. I mean, I struggle. Like, guys, I'm doing a show tonight, and I'm not even 100% packed. And I'm leaving tomorrow around 1, 2 o'clock. So I won't be. I actually have a job I got to go to. They stink so bad. Yes, they do.
I could tell you what else could happen though. If it's too moist and you have that wheat bran in there, you can get grain mites, and it could be hectic.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah, very much so. Mealworms ain't so bad. Crickets are the devil. The crickets are the devil bug. I know friends that get geckos. Had geckos shipped them. Crickets shipped them. They're all dead. That smells. That's just
Horrible.
Nope, they ain't happening.
You know, with the pet store, that was the one thing I hated was crickets, because you put them in them cricket containers. You know, that things stink.
If you had a way to make them not stink, keep them alive, you can make a lot of money in crickets in a pet store. You get 1,000 for $15, and you sell them for $1 a dozen.
Yep,
that's just money. It's like $80, $88 at 10,000. Then,
yeah,
on average, you get that. That's just insane money. And I just can't breed mealworms. I know, no. I got friends trying to breed superworms. I'm hoping for them, but
I gave that a shot too for a while, and it took so long to do superworms. You know, mealworms ain't so bad, but the superworms just seem to take forever.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing those. Yeah, if
so
they
we'll
didn't
see how
stink.
So we'll see how the peanut beetles do.
Yeah, mine are doing good. That no smell, none.
Nope, I just got another bag of peanuts today.
Can't beat it.
Nope.
Yeah, I really, really want to just be self-efficient and not order, but I can't do that with the mealworms I need. And now I'm thinking about upping production more and doing more shows. I don't know. I don't know. I was just looking at someone saying they're having a bad season, and other people are saying they're having a bad season. I'm like, I'm not having that good a bad season. Am I? And I started looking at it like, yeah, I toss eggs out of my incubator all the time, but I usually do that. Like, eggs do go bad.
Yeah.
And I was like, am I tossing out more than usual? And I tossed out 6 today. That is remote. I don't know. I never kept track of it. I'm just like, whatever. I don't care. I'm like, oh, I got good eggs, whatever. Yeah, I just was like, whatever. I only pulled. There might be some more in there because I was in the rack. I think I pulled 4 today so far. That's it. 4 eggs. I think it was only 4. I forget because when I woke up, I did it. There should be more in there laid. Raptor stuff. But
I have to check stuff again here when we're done. I have to go down and check.
And the babies better hatch tomorrow if they want to be pulled out of the incubator before Sunday.
I have I can't wait till I get everything moved over to the house next door. Then I can have a much bigger system going.
And then you're gonna be living over there.
That's okay. I just need to have I want to move it over there because I want to get the roaches and all that over there. And
There you go. Yeah, I was just talking to Laura about it, getting a building. I know some other friends that want to get a building or get a pet store, and I'm like, if I do, then it's $1,000 a month there with another $500 a month for electric, and that's it. That's basically what it'd be. One water bill, but about $50 a month.
yeah,
So I would need to make another $1,600 on top of it. So then I'm like, well, if I produce this many more geckos, I need to sell this many geckos a month wholesale to cover it, because you're not going to depend on retail to cover your bills. You always want to depend on wholesale, because wholesales are usually there every month. Like Rainbow Mealworms knows I'm ordering all the time, but the Joe Blow that just goes on the site and orders 100 don't know if they're going to come back. They know I'm texting them, send me, because I'll be texting them Monday, because I got to up my order from my normal. I got to add another 40,000 to it.
I got to place an order today yet on there.
Rainbow, I just been dealing with them so long. Jillian's just awesome people.
I like mealworm.
Yeah, that's why you see Rainbow Mealworm in all my stuff, is because I really believe in Rainbow Mealworm. Let's see. Someone's got. I have a pretty good mealworm breeding system. It runs HEPA to keep the smell down. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I can't. I don't breed mice. I got a ball python. I don't breed mice for that.
I bred rats for a while, and I was selling them to the stores and all. Rats can get crazy.
Oh,
first off, it can get out of hand. I started off with so many before you knew it. I was breeding thousands of them, and I was like, "What the heck am I doing here?"
No, I can't do that. No. Rats are cool, and mice are cool. I got a friend that breeds rats, or used to. He made a lot of money doing it, but he always smelled like rats.
Yep. Well, I didn't smell like rats because I got them next door, but I had them next door. But
you literally walked in. He had a building. And what's funny is a mutual friend of ours bought the building and does the same thing in there, but not rats. He does reptiles. But you would walk in the building, and when I would take a friend there, I'm like, bring a change of clothes. You change in my car. What? Just bring a change of clothes. You walk in, your clothes instantly smell like rat. It was like embedded in it. And I'm like, oh God, it smells so bad. And I used to hate doing the show. I love the guy, but when I used to go do the shows back in 97 and 96, I would do Columbus with him. I wouldn't want to go in his building before the show. I met him there. I would smell like rats all day. And I had to ride in his car, and I didn't want to smell like rats. And that's before body sprays and all this other stuff. And I would like, dude, I don't want to go in there. And he goes, why? I'm like, I don't want to go. So I would actually bring shirts, and I couldn't do pants, but shirts and plastic bags with me to the shows.
Yes, you could change.
It was just bad. I hated the rats. I hated them, and that's why I don't breed rats. I don't breed crickets.
Yeah, that's why I got out of breeding rats. I told the stores, I'm like, you guys got to figure something else out because I can't do this no more.
Yeah.
And then we got a heat wave, and no matter how much air conditioning I used, they just stopped production because it got so hot. And then it's hard to get them started again. So I was like, nope.
Yeah, that's what caiman lizards do, and tegus. If it gets too cool, they stop eating. Yeah, it just gets too cold. Like, I'm done eating, because her tegu just stopped eating a couple weeks ago, and we went through that cold spell, and now the cold spell is back again. And I'm like, what the hell's going on with this damn tegu? But Memphis don't. He's downstairs, and he eats all the time. We'll get to the Twitch lovers are gonna love what I'm doing for that in order exotics. We're gonna be setting up a live stream. I'll be feeding him. It's gonna be an hour with Memphis, and I'll put stuff in there to make him go nuts, because sometimes he'll just sit there. But if I put roaches in there, he'll won't eat them, but he chases them. Rainbow, hope you're not too late. No, I don't know if that's the same person. It says, hope you're not too late. You're not too late. We're still going. I got to pack up a little bit more today. one display area I gotta fix, and then the rest is I gotta print cave geckos because Miles, I got cave geckos. Oh, Miles, I got cave geckos. Wait till I talk to you later. Woo! I got cave geckos. But I gotta print those tags up. I'm buying these sight unseen too. Buying them sight unseen. The guy I'm getting them from, he showed me a few pictures. He's done it for a while, so I know I'm getting them good.
Yeah.
And now, can I have those, Miles? Can I have those? He just sent a picture in a secret chat. We got secret chats. This inner circle. That's what I call it. Yeah, like Andrew sees pictures that nobody has seen. You've seen pictures. I send you pictures I don't post.
Yeah.
Oh, Leonardo, ready for this? Okay, if Wally was here, he could defend himself, but it was all because of Wally. Wally stated that crescent geckos are easier to take care of because you don't need heat, and leopard geckos need heat. Cave geckos are leopard geckos that don't need heat. You keep them. You can keep them on loose substrate, cocoa fiber, put branches in there, and everything else. Just don't heat them. Room temperature. If you're comfortable, they're comfortable. That's it. They're a leopard.
Cool.
Yeah, they're a leopard gecko. So I am donating a rack to them. I'm gonna try to get to 10 to 15 females that I breed. And I have one pair until tomorrow, and then we're gonna figure it all out. What I keep and what I don't. But my pair I got now, my male is kind of mean sometimes, but once I hold him, he's fine. The female is a joy. I could just hold her all day, but she's gravid again. She is about a month apart from her laying the first one, so we'll see how that goes.
So, how many eggs do they lay in a season, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm not 100% sure. I read that they lay 6 to 10, 6 to 12. I love the way they look, and they may be in my future. They're going to be because they're going to be on my. How is it? But the care is identical. Like I feed them mealworms. I just throw mealworms in there, yeah, they're like literally they don't have to heat them.
I like their eyes.
Insane. Now I want to get the others. There's like I think there's 23 different types of cave geckos. So I'm going to try to start bringing those into here too. But what I like about them is I can put them in the room I'm in now, and I don't have to heat them, so my alligator lizards won't be disturbed because they don't need heated either. They actually like it in the 60s. Very weird. It actually got hot down here the other day. I was worried about my alligator lizards. It got in like high 70s. I was worried about my alligator lizards. So,
do you have a plan? Is there a way to? Do you have like a plan to do if it starts getting hot in here and you can't get
AC?
Get it cool.
Just turn on AC down here.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna turn the AC on down here and knock it down because my leaf tails are in here too, and I was like kind of worried about them, but they can tolerate it a little bit more. They don't get as sluggish when it got into 70s, high 70s. Let's see. Any good tips or signs on what to look for while incubating leopard gecko eggs correctly, or signs that something may be off in incubation? You don't want mold. Keep females at 80, keep males at 88, 89. Once you set the eggs up, don't touch them.
Unless they start dimpling, then you got to add a little moisture.
Yeah, I rarely have to because and everyone's like, "What's your weight ratio?" You guys would probably really cringe if you see what I do. I literally and now I use them little cups. I don't know if I have one here, but they're a little bit smaller than this can. Okay, they're smaller than this can. So they're little cups I get at the dollar store. I get like 12 of them for $1, and I buy them by the boxes. So I get about 2,000 of them a year, and then either I throw them away or if I feel like it, I'll wash them out and I'll reuse them. But I literally put vermiculite in them. I take my sprayer and I go, and I feel it. I'm like, oh, that's a little too wet. I take some out and I add a little bit more dry, and I can do it by feel. And I put the eggs in there, and like everyone's like, you can't roll eggs. I'll just grab the eggs and put them in there, and I put the lid on, write down the stuff, put it in the incubator. I don't touch them until they hatch.
That's basically what I do, except I mix a big thing up because I do a bunch of deli cups. And what I do is I'll make a snowball, and if I squeeze it, no water comes out, but the snowball stays. I call it a snowball. If the ball stays together, that's perfect.
I don't know. I mean, I had a person here, and they seen me doing it, and they're like, "You don't measure it?" I'm like, "No, I haven't in a long time." I literally can. If it's vermiculite, now perlite, I would struggle with because I don't use it. But vermiculite, I literally can just tell with my finger. I'm like, "Oh, that's too wet. That's too dry." They get a dimpling egg up. You can take a paper towel, moist it down, lay it over top of the egg for a day. Take it off. That works too. I do a lot if I do get an egg, but I tend not to even worry about dimpling eggs that much either. As long as there's moisture in there, I don't worry about it that much. I have them hatch still. I've had eggs molded over that I keep wiping off. I'm like, whatever, and then they hatch.
Yep.
It's just the way it is. But mold usually comes from too much moisture. Not yet. I'm working on it. Let's see. Tanisha says cool. But incubating eggs, people take it way too serious. Gecko eggs, I'll my friends that breed will tell you this. You can juggle leopard gecko eggs, roll them down the Nile, knock down 10 pins, go pick them up, throw them in a water bucket, take them back out, and they'll still hatch. Like, leopard gecko eggs are like indestructible. If they're going to go bad, they're probably dead eggs.
Yep, I was going to say that. They usually go pretty good.
I mean, you guys should see how I do it. I mean, I have rack systems that have lips in front of them, and I'll pull it. I'm like, oh, there's eggs. I'll just grab the eggs, put it in my hand, shut it back, and I put the eggs in front on the little lip. And I'll do that. And when I'm done with that rack, then I go through and I write down the information on the top of the cup. I don't worry if it's their right side up. I've incubated eggs standing up. I did it to prove a point. Because the females, they'll get in a tight, they'll lay eggs. Other females will lay eggs, and they're digging and they're pushing the eggs around. And then when the babies hatch, they'll hatch at different times and push the. There's a lot of reptiles that you can roll eggs.
Yeah, they and then people mixing the substrate for egg incubation, they kind of get a little overboard, I think.
Yeah,
I have never ever measured it.
I don't measure nothing. I don't measure. I don't mix substrates. I used to when I first did. I used to do what JMG did. They use like this moss that was ground up and vermiculite together. That's what they were using. And the reason I stopped is I'm like, why am I buying both these things? Vermiculite works just as well. I'm lucky where I'm at. I get big bags, and how much I produce, we use them in little containers. This big 20-something pound bag lasts me 2 seasons. So, and I forget what I paid for it. Maybe 20, 30 bucks, 40 bucks. I just, eggs don't scare me. Breeding don't. Ready for this? Ready for the devil to talk? I don't wait till they copulate either. I just put them together and shut the drawer. And if I leave them in there overnight, leave them in there overnight. I don't care. I never lost a leopard gecko that way. I'm more worried about the female beating up the male.
Yeah.
Females get mean. And babies, someone asked me the other day if I keep them in pairs. If the egg hatch 1, I put them by themselves. If they hatch 2, I put them together until they're about 8 to 10 grams, which is only a few weeks old. Then I start separating them, because especially if you get one growing bigger than the other, it'll pick on that one. You'll get tail loss and stuff. You can really, I believe it might have been Miles even said this. You can tell the people that keep their geckos together for the whole time, because you'll get tail loss. It just happens. I just had the end of a female's tail that I breed in a group. They're a tangerine group. And I went in there, and one of the tails, adult females, missing. I know exactly what happened when they got in a scuffle, and so she's out of her cage. She's by herself.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the thing is if I leave them in after 8 to 10 grams, I think I would see that a lot. The reason I leave them together right away is space for me. That I think that's the only reason. There's no other really reason. I mean, honestly, if I had the space to do it, I should separate them. I think it's best to separate them, in my opinion. My high end stuff, like my special projects, they all get individual cages. All. But everyone gets spoiled rotten. You can't find a gecko on my table that's not fat and chunky. I overfeed. I would rather overfeed, like give them too much that they're not going to eat, than have them wanting food. So, like I go in there, I'm like, oh, you're not overweight. Here, take some more food. That's how I do it. Gotta love geckos.
Yeah, you do.
And then individual breeding is something that a lot of people like. I got raptor groups, radar groups, stuff like that. My tangerine rainwater groups. One-on-one's awesome. I don't watch for copulation. I don't watch for that male to lock. I don't care. I was like, you don't got videos of this. Well, I get eggs, so I think I'm breeding. Someone asked said that to me. They're like, well, you don't got pictures of the males breeding. And I'm like, but I got eggs, so well, how's that happening? I just don't have time to sit there and videotape a male when I put it in there going, okay, come on. Let's go. Let's do the only gecko channel.
Yeah.
I don't have time. If I see it and I'll catch it, cool. I'm trying to get a gecko hatching. I got tons of pictures of their nostrils out or their heads out, but I'm sitting there. I'll sit there for like 20 minutes. It won't hatch. I'm like, come on. And then I just seen someone out post, I think it was a patternless too, hatch out like right in front of them. Like, come on.
See, you'll be filming and you'll notice something on the lens, and you'll take the camera to clean the lens, and while you're cleaning it, it'll pop out. Yeah.
And I'm filming with the GoPro more. I'm gonna have another video out Wednesday. This Wednesday. I'll have another video out. It'll probably be about the show. I'll be doing that. You can't sit there and watch all the no, yeah, you can't. Watch them. I just like literally people. My friends ask me how I maintain such a large collection, and it's because I take steps to eliminate some of the downtime. So instead of me going, okay, here you go, let me watch you, I'm like, here you go, cool. And I'm standing there. If I hear a scuffle, I'll hear it. You know, I'm going to hear a scuffle, and I'll move on to the next cage. And my breeding females, I scrape. I don't change and scrub cages of any breeding female cages. I don't.
No.
Babies, how I do it, I actually have 2 tubs that have their IDs on them. And I pull the one, it's already set up. I put the geckos in it, and I go like this, and I put that in a pile. And literally, that's my motion. And I have it all set up. And then on my next time I got time, I'll scrub all them cages. And usually it's just me hosing them out and wiping them down. That's done. And then I put them back in the order. So I grab, it's the next tub. That's how I do it. I do the same thing with everything's in the order, like it'd be 17, 20, then I might have 35, 20 because I sold the ones in between. But in the racks, they'll be that way. So when I'm at a show, when I'm doing a show, I just grab like this one here. This one's already gone, but this is 105.20. I would know exactly where it is in the rack. 105.20, I can go up. There it is. And I pull it out. I'm good. What else is here? Here's 76.20. All these are gone. Here's a wild type. Oh, here you go. Here's a wild type Murphy patternless. That I think went to I think that went to Paige. Because here's another one. That's a Tremper. You have one of these. That might. No, that's not your boy. Yours is 40 something, I think. There's 93. 54. I don't know what these cups are from exactly. They're all paddless, so it's stuff I sold online that went to shows. And I ended up selling them
No,
online.
the patternless ones I got are the
Het Trapper.
yeah, the 9220s.
92. Yeah, there we go. You're in the 90s. Yeah.
And 5320.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I knew you weren't in the 20, down in the 20s.
It's pretty neat
It's-
how we can just go through your numbers, right? And I still got to list your
Yeah.
numbers over here.
Let's see what we got. That's a great idea. Not sure if my eyes are playing tricks on me, but looks like my egg is moving slightly, like a baby is pushing inside. They move. Yep, they'll move.
That's what they do.
That's why I like being small time. I can spend time with the guy. Being small times, it is good. It is good that you get that bonus. I have to go there, and like I told Andrew yesterday. Was it? Yeah, it was yesterday. Or was it Wednesday? Today's Friday. It was Wednesday. Wasn't online very much because I didn't have that many eggs to pull and that many babies hatched. So I took that time to do everything else I needed to do. So
yeah. That was Wednesday. I think you said that. Yeah.
I got. Let's see. I got a blood giant cross Max Snow white and yellow giant clutch hatching in 2 weeks. There you go. Who was I talking about giant with at the last show? I forget. Someone was talking giant with me the last show. I forget. This show is going to be fun. I wish Miles would go. Miles ain't going to be there.
Is Wally going to be there? Do you know?
I'm almost certain. I'm almost positive Wally's going to be there.
Yeah, I think I heard him say something about going to a show this weekend or something.
Yeah, it's both of our first time. We've had a long time. We've had back-to-back shows. I'm worried about this one. This one is, if you guys all want to know, I can do a little share screen. Share screen. There we go. We can do this. That's the show. It's Northern Wisconsin Reptile Expo. The guy's name is Dylan. He's a really good guy. And his girlfriend is Brittany. They might be married. Oh crap! They're going to beat me up now.
So
Rothschild. It's in Rothschild, Wisconsin.
So why are you nervous about the show, if you don't mind me asking?
It's not the people running it because he does a really good job. The reason I'm worried about it is, one, it's right after Janesville. Janesville is an established show now. And
that was last week, right?
Yeah, and it's a new show. So it's right after a show, and it's a new show. But I'm getting a lot of people say they're going to go. It's a far distance north for me. I want to try to catch the next one for me. Yeah. I'm going to it to support Dylan. I'm hoping I make some money. But it's really important for me to support my friends. Dylan's really good people. And I had this feeling about Green Bay. Okay. Green Bay, there's a show in Green Bay. It's like I wake up, I can walk to it almost. Well, not raw. It's like 5 minutes from me. And I love that show. I've never had a show like that close. The very first show, we had over 900 walkthrough. This was before COVID. He had to stop people from coming in because it was too crowded. Because he had to get a bigger venue. So the bigger venue, he went to one venue. The very first show, he moved it instantly, and it doubled in size. This line was huge. It reminded me of Hamburg. And I was like, wow, geez, oh, peace. This is awesome. So we had a couple shows in that, and now he moved Green Bay again. But this move is huge. He's next to the casino. So the casino, it's a nice place to have a show. Now Rothschild, I'm not sure where it's in a convention and expo center, so I've never been there. I know the people going are really good. I've seen the vendor list. There's a couple leopard gecko people. I'm not sure if there's anyone that's going to be my size. I don't think so. But I like seeing leopard gecko people. I really do. I want leopard gecko people there. My favorite show I've ever done in Wisconsin now. I love Sewerfest. Don't get me wrong. Sewerfest is my show of all shows. But is when I was set up and it was me, Wally, or me, and then it was Evan and Miles and then Dylan, and then Wally. We were all in the same area. That was just fun for me. It was just fun. I got to talk about, Miles' geckos and Dylan's geckos and Tinley. I don't know if I'm going to do Tinley. I honestly don't know. Tinley is a very expensive show to do. Visual Bloods. Okay, here's what I'm thinking. The Blood Giant cross Max Snow, White and Yellow Giant clutch hatching. Now the Max Snow, anything Max Snow and White and Yellow is probably going to muddy up that Tangerine, that blood. White and Yellow don't like playing with Tangerine. It takes a lot of breeding to get Tangerine to look good with White and Yellow. And Max Snow doesn't play well with blood. But you could still get the non-looking ones could be bloodish, yes. Very much so. Let's see. That was it was like the Gecko Fortress. It was like, dude, that was my favorite time. It was my favorite time. But don't be discouraged by it. Max Snow, blood, you're going to have that gene in there, so keep them nice babies. Blood is one that will hang around. It's a hang arounder Tangerine. Make something happen. Yeah, if you can make it, it's going to be a cool pair. I should just do a live and just sitting there talking about gecko genetics one day, just talking.
Yep.
Yes, and you're right. White and Yellow and Tangerine do better with albino involved. 100%. Yep. When there's no albino involved, it's just a tough thing to do. But it can be done. Don't let myself discourage you. Work for it. But yeah, if you want to look at Tangerine, White and Yellow, breed Bell. White and Yellow Tangerine Bells just are going to blow you away. Bell is built for White and Yellow.
Yeah.
So, but we're almost out of time. We need to roll because guess what, guys? I got geckos to pack. That would be awesome. Listening about genetics, I could just jump on if we get enough people ask questions. I can jump on, and I'm sure Andrew would jump on.
Oh, absolutely.
All day. Well, the blood is Tremper. The Tremper. All my blood stuff's Tremper, so don't feel bad. I want to get blood bells, but I can't do it ethically. That's a word. Unethically, right? That's a word.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm sort of like, is that a word? I can't. I got some 50% het bloods that are insane looking, but I got to prove them up first. Purple head tangs are insane. Them are good old Johns. Yeah, the purple heads are pretty cool. I'm a bell guy. I like bells. I like rainwaters too, though, but I don't have many. The best rainwater I've seen in a while are from Miles. Miles been posting some really cool looking rainwaters. I need to get some stuff from him. So,
yeah, I like rainwater stuff.
Yep. But everyone, we're gonna have to get off here a little bit, and
I wish I felt better. I would have talked more during this show, but
yeah,
I got a cold, so
we did good. So I thank everyone for stopping in, and you guys all have a great night. Anything you want to add?
Just don't forget to tell people to join Fauna Radio YouTube so we can get that thing going.
Yes, take my bloods, guys. Just get over, share the channel, share Fauna Radio, share the YouTube, get the subscribers up, get to 1,000, and I will give away 1.1 blood. And my bloods, I'm not saying just because they're insane. I will give away 1.1 bloods. You guys want blood Tremper? We'll work something out. If you want the actual blood Tremper, because my blood Trempers are insane. So
we're also working on a Patreon for we're trying to figure out what the
the Patreon will be up. Yep, and I'm gonna we're have a clothing line. I don't know how all the Patreon works though. We're working on it.
we're working it out.
So, all right, guys, it was good talking to you all.
Peace out, everybody. Thank you guys for joining.